going? It's Jamie here in Reno, Nevada with Sweet Pickins. I'm so excited. This is my first DIY video. I did do a video earlier of showing my creative loft. So that was earlier this afternoon. So I was going to wait till next Friday to do a DIY, but I really want to do a DIY today. So I actually went to the dollar store and I was so excited. I found some elements today that I was just like, this is awesome. So anyway, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a fall project. So kind of follow along. I'll tell you where to buy the products and how exactly to do this, and it all costs under $2. So let's get started. So I bought some raffia, and in the South they call it raffia. Here on the West Coast we call it raffia. So it's kind of whatever your preferences. So at the dollar store, hey Amanda, hi Tammy. So at the dollar store you get 3 of these bundles. This is how they come. I've taken this one apart, but you get 3 for $1. You can't beat that. That's better than Walmart's price, and you actually get more than Walmart. So definitely if you need raffia, go to the dollar store. It's in the floral section. So that's one of the elements that we're going to use. And another element that we're going to use is this garland. And I actually used some of this. I'm going to be really honest with you. I actually made this a few minutes ago and I was recording, but because I like to take a lot of pictures, it stopped my recording almost at the very end. So I go, gosh darn it. So I'm actually going to just do this live with you guys so you can kind of watch it and follow along. And so I did do one already, so that's why some of the elements are missing. So anyway, this came from the dollar store too. It's 5 feet of maple leaves. It comes with leaves. Obviously you see there's a lot of strand here that is really kind of wasteful because you're not going to use it, because you're really only looking for the leaves and you're looking for the berries. So, and this comes with a really cute acorn. This isn't going to be appropriate for this project, but this is cute. You could just throw this in, to your harvest display and just set this. Or I was even thinking taking this bottom part and adding some brown glitter. That would be awesome too. This would be really cute. So I'll say that for a later project. So anyway, so it's 5 feet, $1. Raffia, $1. Okay, so the hero here, big hero, run, don't walk to the dollar store. Okay, this is super cute. This, so cute. This came from the dollar store, just how it is. It's not wood and it's not chipboard. You can hear it. It's almost like a compressed, as I can talk, cardboard, but it's really dense and it has really good bones. So this would hold up, I would say, on your door, but don't let water get right on it or sit on it, because it will probably turn to mush. And it's a kind of material too that will hold stains. So definitely indoors or on a door that's protected. So anyway, so this is exactly how it came. Came with a twine hanger, and it came with the distressed look. It's actually printed on, and all these letters. And I know they're backwards for you guys, but the cursive is beautiful and it's already glittered. So this is a winner. $1. $1. Did I say $1? Great buy. So anyway, so this is definitely something that you can work with. Good bones. This is great to start with. So this is my big pet peeve with items is they come with these giant stickers on the back. So you have this cute front and these stickers on the back. So yucky. So these are very hard to get off. So what I'm going to tell you is I always take these off no matter what, just because I feel like it cheapens your product. Even if you're giving it away or it's your house, clean it up. So that's kind of what I do. So in this case, because you can't put like Goo Gone on here, because what's going to happen is you're going to have a stain. And the stain may come, because it's thin, to the front. So you're going to want to do your best to peel it off. And then what you'll want to do is take a sanding block, not a sander that you plug in or battery operated like my Ryobi. I think that's too strong. So what I do is a hand sander and just kind of sand that off. That's just to complete the project. So you have this. This is super cute. What is this? This, not so much cute. So anyway, it's a metal leaf and it's a raffia bow. This is so cute, so on trend, very farmhouse. You could do so much with it. This, no. So we're gonna get rid of this. So the way we're gonna do this is it's actually glued on, and you're gonna peel it off, and it's glued on really good. So if you can't get in there, just take your pliers and you kind of pull up on it. So that's how we're gonna take it off. So listen, the thing about this is this and this you can use again. This in my world will probably go to recycle or the garbage. I probably won't use this. Personally, I won't use this again. But this is a hero. This is fabulous. This you can paint, put glitter on. You can add this to a really fancy pumpkin. This is cute. It's metal. It's, well, it's kind of aluminum metal. It's really thin. But anyway, this is awesome. Love this. I'm going to do some projects with this. I'm actually going to turn this in. I have a few of them from doing this. So I'm actually going to turn them into garland. So I can teach you guys how to, if you're interested in knowing how to do that, we're going to paint them and I'm going to put glitter on. And then we're going to take a little felt on the back and take some jute string. And then we're going to have a garland for your mantle. Good. This is good. These are cute. Do not throw them away. You have to use them. So anyway, so there's that. Okay. So when you peel this off, this is what you get. So right here, you're going to see that it's peeled off because this is really only paper, I'm assuming, or some kind of printing, stamping. It's really thin. So you're like, shoot, is that going to ruin? No, not going to ruin. We're going to totally cover that up. It's not going to be a problem. So another thing I want to mention to you guys is it does come with a jute hanger. And probably if I had more time or I wasn't doing a live video, because I don't want to keep you guys for too long, because this is already going to be long, because I talk and just tell me to shut up. So anyway, I would actually do metal. And you can take metal. You can go to Home Depot. They have rolls of metal. You could just take some, metal wire and rust it out. Easy. Getting metal to rust, especially wire, really easy. So you could actually take this off, replace it, and then you could take a pen and take your wire and kind of turn it, roll it around it, and then pull it out, and you have these little curlicues. That would be really cute too. That's just an extra element. So you ask, what am I going to do with this? So this was my inspiration. I have some really great neighbors. They're renters. And they're so nice and so kind. And whenever I make cookies, I take them some. Whenever I make fudge, I try to take them some. And so I thought, I really want to make them something for their porch because I'm crazy and my fall's been up for an entire month. And they have no fall up. So I'm going to go bombard them with something fall. Anyway, so I am going to give this away. And I have already made a few. So I will be announcing at the end. Don't let me forget what's going to happen with those few. So I do have few. And they are designed to give away. They're designed to spread love. Because I have so many wonderful people in my life. They're people I don't even know yet. And I just adore meeting new people. And I love the people already I know. And it's followed Sweet Pickins for so long. So whenever I can make something and give it away, I'm going to. So, and at the end, we're going to talk about my flannel. Because I know I get lots of requests about my flannel. Tomorrow is September 1st. That means if you follow at Tattered Farmhouse, tomorrow, all the new 2018 vintage, repurposed, recycle, and hand-lightened flannels will all be available. They're all going to be $39. And so that's starting tomorrow. It's kind of like a precursor to my shows, which I'll be taking them to my shows. So it's kind of like if you're interested in flannels, you love flannels, like I wear flannels all the time. You can get in early. So it's kind of a thing where, hey, pop out to my house. Some of you know where I live, some of you don't, and I'll tell you where I live. You could pop out and check them out before they even go to the show. So it's kind of a, hey, thanks for following Sweet Pickins. So anyway, okay, let's stay focused. Let's get back to this and we'll talk about the giveaways at the very end. So, all right, so what you're going to do with this is you still got this. Don't be worried about this. We're going to go ahead and leave the jute string on. So what we're going to start out with is this is totally optional. You don't have to do this, but I want to do this. I'm using distressed ink. And it's just an ink pad. And it kind of is, I call this stain in a pad. So like stain, like, you know, all the stains I use on all my furniture that I make. I like this because what it's going to do is it's going to add an element of dimension and texture without ruining this. Again, this can't have water. It can't have anything liquid on it. So I'm concerned with putting any stain on here, distressing it a little bit more, that it may ruin it. So this is how we're going to get around that. This is optional. You don't have to do this. You could do it with a marker too. It's definitely something I can share with you guys how to do with a marker too if you don't have an ink pad. You do not have to use this brand. This is just what I have. You can use any ink pad that's in brown. You're going to want to do it light, not heavy-handed, just really light. So you can do this. This is an extra step I'll show you guys at the very end, but very optional. You're going to want wire cutters. You're going to want scissors. You're going to want a pen. And guess what? If you're ever stranded on a desert island, take a glue gun. Save your life. You can glue sticks. You can make yourself a clothes. Doesn't matter. Don't ever go anywhere without your glue gun. Okay? So glue gun plugged in, extra glue, we're good. That's all you need. Okay, so here we go. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to cut a few of these leaves off. And I'm going to say we're going to use probably in the vicinity of 4 or 5. And hi, Missy Baker. I haven't seen you forever. How are you? Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and take some of these off. And it does have these berries, which we will definitely incorporate in a little bit. Okay, so it has these stems on here, and it's not, I don't know if you can see, I don't know, my lighting's really weird. I've got all this extra lighting in here, but it's not working very well. So anyway, it's got stems. I'm going to take these stems apart. I'm going to leave a little bit of a tail. I call this a tail. Here, you can kind of see there. Because you're going to want to tuck, and you're going to want to layer. So I'm going to go ahead and cut and have a little bit of tails, just a tiny bit of tails. And you're going to want to do like the long and the short. And yeah, so see, these are all done. Just a little bit. So, all right, so what we're going to do first is we're going to take our glue gun. You don't need a lot of glue. Don't use a lot. It's not necessary. Because then you get a goopy mess and it gets too much. Just a dollop. And you're going to start layering. And so what you're going to do is you're going to place them wherever your heart wants to place them. So you're going to just start placing, okay? And you're just going to put on, and you're going to move, and you can pinch. Pinching is good. Pinching is good. A lot of people don't know about that. If you pinch hot glue, it will mold the leaf, and it gives it a little more dimension. And you can see how it's going back. It's because it's still a little wet, too wet. But as it's drying, it's pliable. So you can add a little texture that way. So I am actually going to add one of the long. Okay, so I'll just add a little bit of glue. I have glitter on the brain. I love glitter. For you guys that don't know, I do nails at a salon. So I work with glitter pretty much every day. So you're just layering. You're layering and you're kind of tucking underneath your original. And the reason why you're going to want to tuck under your original is just because it adds a layer and dimension without adding bulk. So I'm really one. Some people like it off to one side. It drives me nuts. It has to match. And that's just a personal preference. That's, I don't know, something's wrong with me. So I need a little bit more on the other side. So again, I'm just going to layer. And you can put wherever you want. And you can even layer on top and keep going if you choose to. I don't want this to be too big and too bulky, so I'm not going to go ahead and do that. So I'm just going to do this, so it's good right here. So then I'm going to take my raffia. And as far as the raffia goes, it's kind of personal preference, how much you want. You're going to notice, if you've never worked with raffia, it comes really thin pieces and really thick pieces. And sometimes the thick pieces tend to look a little bulky and a little big and a little just harsh almost. So what I like to do is just take my fingers and kind of break it up. I'm not really sure what raffia is made of. It's like a straw, maybe. Maybe someone can chime in and tell me. Anyway, so you kind of just layer, and I just like to do a little bit. And so what I'll do is I'll find a center like this. And you can, it doesn't matter how long, because we're going to trim and cut. So, so what I'm going to do is make sure the hanger doesn't get caught up in this. So first when I did, it got all caught up. So you're going to take this and you're going to just tie it. And I'll show you once this is done. Okay, so you're going to tie it. So you can see, I know it's backwards, but see, you can see it's not super tight. So the key is make sure your hanger is out of the way. Make sure you have this all in the front so you can control it. Because raffia, you know, is long pieces, short pieces. So what you're going to do is you're going to get it somewhat tight. And then you're going to take your glue gun here. And you're just going to put a little dollop down there. It's really important to do this because you kind of want to set it in place. Because once this sets on top of everything, it kind of seals everything down. So you can see it's still loose here. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it really tight. And I'm going to hold that down just so it can set everything in place. So basically, I like sometimes my leaves will pop up over a little bit more. In this case, it didn't. They all look different. And so you just kind of hold it tight for just a quick second so you can see it's done. All right, so some people really like raffia, and some people like raffia like that. And for a very long time, that was the trend. You just kind of hang it, you have it all over the place. Looks like someone needs a haircut. Okay, so it's cute, and you definitely can leave it like that. I just, for my case and purpose, I'm not going to. I want to be a little more clean. I feel like this is a little busy and a little 80s, 90s. So, and I did notice in the back here, this is moving a little, and I don't want a lot of movement, so I'm just going to put a tad of glue and hold this down. Okay, I'm notorious for burning myself. I burn myself all the time. I have so many scars on my hands. So sometimes if you're nervous, and I've almost actually become nervous because I burn myself so much, I kind of hold this down with my pliers, my scissors, something. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so it's in place, steady. All right, so what are we going to do with this? Do we want to leave it like that? Or do we want to do a bow? Do we want to do a half bow? You can really do anything. There's no right. There's no wrong. It looks okay, Amanda. Thank you. You're always so supportive of my stuff. Okay. Well, in this case, I'm going to add a bow. And so what I'm going to do, and you can add a half bow too. All right, so I like to do, I don't want it to be perfect. Kind of want to be off to the side. So some people would think this is too much raffia, and that's okay. So you just do a little bit less raffia. That's not a problem. And the way you do that is you just use less strands because I've thinned mine down. And you don't have to thin yours down. Look at the raffia when it comes. Look at how thick that is. I just don't care for that. So I like to thin mine down, but then you get fuller. So this looks like it needs a haircut. So this is what I do to my kids. I chase them around my house because my kids have curly hair. Well, come here, let me cut your hair. So I just start snip, snip, snip. It's not really true, but I sit down and cut their hair. So I just, when I use raffia, this is kind of what I do. Again, no right, no wrong. And you could do as heavy or as light as you want. I just want mine to be clean. Just not as busy, bulky, any more than it has to be. So there's that. So what I'm going to do is now that the bow, can you see that? Now that the bow is in place, I'm just going to throw a little glue. I don't know if you guys can see that. I throw it in between where I have tied it, and then I hold it down. This is a time where you can kind of manipulate it and move it a little bit. Now, when it's pliable, when it's not totally dry, you can kind of hold it. If you want the bow to be perfect, this is the time to do it. So, all right. So there we have so far this, right? Cute. Is it cute? Or is it, I mean, it might be a little hokey. I don't know. I think it's pretty cute. So anyway, so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take these berries. It's a really big bunch of berries. Now, what you're going to notice when you buy these berries is there's always a flat side to berries. Always. So this right here is my, yeah, I guess you could kind of see that, can't you? There's always a flat side, and then there's always a bulky side. Always, always, always. So I think this is too many. And if you look here, look at all that glue. I don't like that. It's just a little too much. So I'm going to kind of just take some of these off. And you could actually take them off and not do a stem. I kind of want a stem if possible. Okay, so I'm going to cut it right here. I just don't like all this glue. I think it's sloppy looking. And again, some people don't care. It drives me nuts. So it's coming off. So see, this is live. This is how it works. So as you can see, all that glue, all that nasty glue. And you can see that. It's going to really make a difference. So I don't want to do that. So this is what we're going to do. So I'm going to take and just throw a little bit of dollop down on my leaf. And then I'm going to quickly just start taking individual and gluing them and layering them by color and by size. And you can add as many as you'd like, or as least as you like, or none at all. You could even add the acorn. I just felt like the acorn was a little big. Okay, so you have to be a little careful on these balls too, because they are made of styrofoam, and styrofoam melts with the glue gun. So I usually float them. I don't know if you can see that. I kind of float them on the top just to kind of get the glue to dry a tiny bit, and then I'll start pushing them down. Because they will melt and then they discolor. So anyway. So I'm just going to add a tiny bit more glue. I'm just going to add at least one more, if not two. So thank you for spending your Friday night with me. I'm excited about this DIY. I actually created a project as I was waiting to come on. Another project. And it's inspirational words. And it's about us. It directly affects us. And especially as women. It's really important for us to speak kind to ourselves. So I'm going to do that project probably in the next day or two. I have lots of projects down the pike. So I'm trying to work this in and make my stuff too for my shows. So anyway, you can see where I add the berries. So it's just enough. I feel like this is just enough to where, gosh, the lighting is just something awful. I don't know what's happening. So anyway, I think this is just enough here. So then again, what you're going to do after, if you want more, you can add more. If you want more berries, you want something else, you can definitely add to it. So I'm going to take my ink, any ink again, just brown, I would say brown. And I'm going to show you this up above, but then I'm going to have to set it down. So what you're going to do is, you can see there's already a little bit of distressing already on here. So you're going to take it and pat it. Take it and pat it. Okay, but the reality is you have to set this down, and I always have it coming halfway off, and I pat. I know, shoot, you cannot see this. Okay, so I pat. And you just move the board and pat. And you just really want to have it off the side of your surface, just because you don't want ink all over. Okay, so you're going to close it up so it doesn't go bad. Then you're going to take your finger. Best tool in the world, right? And I'm just going to smooth it in with my finger. Because it's going to make sure you don't have any harsh lines, but it's going to add a little bit of darkness. So you can see there's some left on my finger, and then it just darkens it up. I'm not sure, I just cut myself. I'm not sure if you can see that or not, but it definitely darkens it up. So the last thing that you're going to do on this is, it's done as far as I'm concerned. Again, you can change the hanger, you can add more goodies. I just think that this is perfect, just the way it is. I think it's good. We are definitely, I'm going to tend to this, but this is what you have to do. So I'm going to give this to my neighbor, and I want to thank them for being my neighbor, and I want to make sure, not that I get kudos for what I'm making, I just want them to know how much I appreciate them. So always make sure you take a permanent marker and you sign your stuff. You put a little inspirational saying. Let's see. Okay, so I just basically wrote on the back, thank you for being such wonderful, kind people, Jamie from Sweet Pickins. So I will make sure that this is gone, and I'll make sure that's gone, but they have a little inspiration. So I'm going to pass this out. So it comes down to, you can see the lettering. Again, this pumpkin came from the dollar store. All these elements, $1. So these are costing roughly $2 to make. They're simple, they're easy. I actually made one without a camera. I made a couple with a camera and they kept dying, but I made one without a camera, and I finished this in about 6 minutes. So it's something you could just completely whip out. What about a teacher? Let's thank our teacher. Let's thank our neighbors. Let's thank our, our family or our friends or someone at church or someone that's done good, nice to you or good to you or good by you or just anybody. You can pass these out. Let's pass a little bit of love around this town. Let's be kind to each other. And this is something where you can do something like that. You can fill your heart, do God's work, and just show a little bit of kindness. So this may make someone's day. So again, $2. You absolutely can, take 10 minutes out of your day and spend a couple bucks to just give away a little bit of joy. So anyway, so it comes down to this. So I have got, I'm going to have 12 made by the end of the evening. And so tomorrow at my house, you definitely have to let me know, make an appointment, let me know you want to stop by, and I will have all my flannels out just to see. There's all different sizes. Lots of flannels will be out, so you can come shop flannels. They're going to be all $39 tomorrow, and for every 2 flannels that you buy, there's a gift with purchase, and you get one of these. So you will get this for free with the purchase of 2 flannels. So I'm going to go pass out before it gets completely dark. I'm going to go pass these out to a few of the neighbors, definitely next door, but I have a few extra made. And so I'm just going to sit and make some more too to give away to you guys. And this is just a little fun project with your kids. And I just want to thank you so much for tuning in tonight and learning. And I have lots of projects coming down the pike. You'll probably see me again tomorrow. Just because I have lots of things going on and lots of new DIYs, especially with fall. It's my favorite time of year. And I have had some requests of people asking if they could see my fall decorating. So it's definitely something I can, show you guys what I've done. I do everything on a budget. I do everything simple. So I just want to inspire you. I don't want you to go, oh, Jamie stuff. I want you to be inspired so I can help you, and help you create space that makes you feel good and create, because it fills your heart up with love. So anyway, thank you again for tuning in. I will look for emails. You can email me at sweetpickinsreno@aol.com to set up an appointment tomorrow to stop by to look at flannels. It doesn't matter really what time, so we'll get that started early. I know certain sizes go pretty fast. So, and then everyone that purchases 2 flannels will receive a gift with purchase. They'll receive one of these for their door. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Again, please share, follow, tell your friends about Sweet Pickins. I'm trying to build the brand up. I will be at the Candy Dance in 4 weeks. I have a trailer that I'm frantically trying to fill up with all brand new inventory that you guys haven't seen. So that's going to be my big focus this next month, starting in September. It's work. So anyway, all right, well, if you have any questions, concerns, or you want me to teach you how to do something, just let me know. I'm going to continue with these really inexpensive DIYs, though, because it helps everyone's budget. Let's do crafting and DIYing on a budget. we can, you know, make our home look pretty, and we could pass out gifts and add kindness and love. So, all right, well, thank you guys so much, and I hope you have a wonderful evening, and please share and follow Sweet Pickins Reno, also at Tattered Farmhouse on Instagram. Please follow that too. Thank you so much. Good night.